all beginnings are hard, even more so if you don't like what you're doing. So how do you start running when you hate running? Let me give you some tips on how to address this and make it so that you can start running and keep running. Okay, so you want to start running, but not really because you hate running. So first off, let's look at why you want to start running. Most likely it's to get in shape or stay healthy, but maybe it's because you set a goal for yourself, or you're doing it because your significant other wants you to run with them. Whatever the reason is that you want to start running, make sure that you keep that in mind. Think about what the end result is that you want from this running. Is it weight loss? Is it being able to cross a finish line? Seeing a happy spouse? Or maybe it's on doctor's orders and yeah, your goal is just not to die. Whatever it is, visualize it. Know what the result looks like. Really see it. Now, if that is what you want to obtain, always keep that in mind before you run and during your run. Having a clear goal can be a fantastic drive. Alright, so with your goal in mind, you still need to get out there and actually do the running that for some reason you hate. So think of what it is that you hate. It can be that you just feel too tired, you don't feel comfortable, you don't want other people seeing you running. It's just hard or exhausting, and yeah, maybe you just think it's boring. Same with the reason for running. Try and narrow down what it is that keeps you from enjoying your run. When you have a clear idea what this is, you might have a better chance to fix it. Feeling too tired to run is a bad excuse. Going out on a run can actually give you a great energy boost. Now, maybe you should try and change the time when you go running. Going out early in the morning before going to work, or if that's what you're doing and it's too early, then try and go after work. If you're worried about what other people think, don't. You're doing something that is good for you, you're working on a goal, so if anybody thinks bad about that, that is a them problem. So don't worry about that. Is it exhausting? Yeah, it can be, but know that it will get better and it will become easier. You just need to stick with it and push through that first part. Also, when you start out, you're not setting any records, so start easy and go on a slow, easy run, or even go on a walk if you have to. There's no shame in taking it easy at all. We all have to start somewhere, and you're better off starting slow on a short distance than doing too much too fast and have muscles ache for a week and have that keep you from going out again. If you think running is boring, I can see how you can think that. You're out running for a long stretch with nothing else to do but run. Some might see this as boring, others might see this as the exact thing that they enjoy about running. But if you do get bored, maybe try listening to some music or a podcast while you're running. It can keep your mind off of things and make the run go by a lot faster. Also, you can try fartlek runs. You can check out my other video about how to do fartlek runs. They are a great way to spice things up and yeah, put some excitement in your run. You can work with a reward system for yourself. I know this works for some people. Tell yourself that you will only be able to have this snack that you love or a beer that you like to drink after you've done a run that day. Having an incentive to go running might make it a little bit easier to go out there. When I started running, I didn't always want to go out on a run, but I had a finish line goal, so I stuck with it. It became easier to get out there, and I started enjoying it up to the point that I actually look forward to going out on a run now. Now, of course, I still have days that I don't feel like going out running, or that I'd rather do something else, or just do nothing and stay at home. But when I do go out after my run, I always feel happy that I did. So to help you with this, you can use the 12-minute rule that I talked about in my video last week. So yeah, if you missed that one, make sure you check that one out. Just figure out what your goal is, what your advantage is for when you go out running, and use that to drive you. Think about what it is that you hate about running and try and fix that by doing it differently, and see that the goal that you're trying to achieve outweighs the discomfort that you get from actually going out on your run. Positive thinking can get you a long way when you just focus on the positive part, which in this case would be achieving your goal. It's a lot easier and it becomes a lot more fun, or at least more bearable, depending on how much you actually hate running. Try and change the things that you don't like and try and focus less on the parts that you don't like. And with that in mind, get out there and run.